insane, folks. Reformed versus XRB to the moon. Which team is going to make it to Championship Sunday and which is going to be sent home? We find out now as the gates open. You guys think that XRB is going to be able to take it by 73%. Let's see if you're right.
All right, Reformed, the most aggressive team in the world, hands down, are going to be leading the charge as they gun down for Zeepai. Astral Shift deflects the kill. Zeepai is looking to toss some damage back with a huge Stormkeeper, critting big onto Dizio, but Relza is stabilized. Looney still sitting through crowd control, but a Cap Totem could secure an opening. Earthquake proc into the Fellord, great stun lock on Dizio. Relza's going to recover with the Rapture. Zeepai is falling behind. Looney's starting to struggle here. Will this be the Ironbark? He's trying to be greedy. Now he's caught into a full stun. Zeepai dipping down below half, but hanging on. Now Relza into the fear. Dizio has to aspect of the turtle. Looney's going to trade out that tree of life. That's going to be immediate recovery for Zeepai. And Flappers is so far behind. The aggression is starting to be thwarted away as XRB to the moon swing this game in their favor.
Yep, Flappers charging in. Zeepai's already used that stone form. He's going to be chasing him down. Full fear on Looney. Looney in and out into the full trap. He's trinkets out of that. Doesn't want to fall behind. Death Coil is coming in from Warlock as well. So I like that spec adaptation coming in from Warlock. Help his team get a little bit more aggressive. Full bash secured onto Looney as well. Zeepai still just trying to kite away the best he can. Relza's committed so much of his mana at this point. The full bash on Flappers. Fear onto Relza. Uses the premonition. Can he keep Flappers alive? He gets stunned up. Too much damage coming in from XRB, and they will claim game number 1.
The most mana inefficient ways to heal the matchup. I mean, just look at this. This game literally just started. Look at Relza's mana. He's on 10% mana. This is how this matchup always plays out. Spamming the spells, ultimate radiance. They literally just don't care, and they're just trying to beat aggression with aggression, and we saw Warwicks here
able to do it against one of the most aggressive jungles in the entire world.
And I don't think Reformed are going to be a team to back down. I can imagine they're going to go out guns blazing to chase down Walrix on Blades Edge Arena. We could be going to a game 3-1-1 as the gates open. Warwick's not even going to go for a game. He's just taking the portal downstairs so he can line of sight the Hunter. Looney trying to reposition stun on Dizio early on, trying to slow down the aggression. Mortal Coil to deny the trap for a couple seconds, allowing Looney to escape. Great Mortal Coil from Walrix.
Yeah, Dizio still charging in, wants to land that crowd controls as Walrix looks like he is the target of choice. Ironbark committed by Looney. They're just going right through it. Walrix in a lot of trouble right now. Looney has to trinket out as well. Super aggressive play coming in from Reform.
Yeah, Walrix activated that stone form, got all the bleeds off. Now they're going after Relza, which is a bit peculiar, but it's putting him very far behind. That Fellord got maximum value. Walrix trying to line up some fears, switch the burst now over to Dizio. Relza gets hexed, Flappers gets stunned. Good cross CC, unfortunately breaking early. Walrix still is under any resolve. He's in a good position. Reformed are falling behind. Rapture is going to be ending shortly. Relza doesn't have any more cooldowns really to pick his team back up. It's all or nothing. Looney caught into a double bursting shot with Zeepai. Walrix is completely stable though. Dizio has to turtle. Mortal Coil on Relza. He's getting coiled away. And suddenly XRB to the moon suddenly looked like the most aggressive team ever with the split pressure on 3 targets. They're trying to punch through the unending resolve. Do they have enough damage to do a ferocious fight right at the last second? Looney gets a Swiftman. 5 seconds to Ironbark. 4 seconds to Ironbark, and they're not going to do it. They were so close to easily swinging that match in their favor, but with a target.
Use in between these in between these trap setups. So it was super close as well that Warwicks actually lived here. He used his unending resolve very early, and he kited well. But at the end of the day, Looney just quite couldn't manage to keep him alive here. So close to getting that Ironbark back.
Calls a match toss-up. Usually comes out with that analysis, picks one team over the other, but that is how close this one truly is. Tied up 1-1, Reform versus XRB to the moon. Who will find momentum here?
Yeah, and think about the pressure for both of these teams. Just 1 minute long games where everybody's dead and everything is on the line as Reform charges in once again. Dizio, Flappers, and Relza. Who's their target going to be? Full bash on the Looney. Looks like Walrick is going to be the target of choice. You can see Zeepai getting immediate damage, but it gets deflected by a nice powered barrier.
All right, Walrix is really on the back foot. He had to use Unending Resolve and Stone Form, I believe, right off the bat. That's his 2 major defensives. They're trying to get a counter kill at the same time with Dizio dipping to half. Relza's got Rapture rolling in Archangel. He's going to be very powerful heals. He shields. Walrix now in trouble. He's got no portal. Hex gets dispelled. All they need is a little bit damage to put Walrix over the edge. The next trap on the Looney. If they can fear the trinket or stun the trinket, they could just close the game. There's the stun. Where's the trap? Zeepai's trying to dogpile on top of it. Walrix then trying to eat the trap. He can't go for it. Dizio doesn't want to risk missing the trap. trap. It's putting his team further behind. Flappers gets cloned at 10%. They can switch any crowd control fear onto Relza. The clone is finishing. Flappers is dangerously low. Bursting shot. Will he secure the trap? Dizio gets knocked away. He goes for the Wyvern Sting instead, but Dizio now gets done. He trinkets out. Warlock is restabilized. Back to full HP. It's a race to the finish. Full stun onto Relza. He's just going to trinket out. Try and top his team. Looney has managed to hold onto his trinket throughout this whole game. Pressure completely in their favor now. Winter onto Relza. Into a spell lock. Locking both schools of magic as Flappers is on 10%. A trap on the Looney. Flappers is likely to fall and does. XRB to the moon come out with so much.
Just so, I don't want to say goofy, but it's a little bit goofy. They're just trying to counter pressure Reform the best they can in this matchup. Looney gets the defense of Walrus and Zeepai dogpiling on him for the trap and just putting out as much pressure as possible. You can see Looney actually trinketed out of a bash there, get the bash on Flappers, and Relza was just...
Teams out of 4 going to the international land.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 5 seconds away. Reformed need to swing this back if they want to stay in the top 4. XRB will lock in Tempo Storm's spot if they manage to win this. Tempo Storm are praying, XRB please, but Reformed could still swing it back. Dizio moves in, drops a snare trap. Relza pushing forward, and yes, Reformed, I believe, are going to go all-out aggression again. We see Dizio caught into a stun. Walrix could pull the trigger on that Fell Lord. They're stacked up for the trap, but they go for a Wyvern Sting instead. Now they're forced to try and retreat away. Psychic Scream attempt here from Relza, but he gets Cap Totem right before it. He's going to use the Human Racial to go for it. They might even attack Looney. We see a Rake Stun onto Looney. They are going to target him a bit. They're trying to mix it up and catch Looney off guard. A lot of damage. Frenzy Regen should bounce his health back, though. They managed to get a Bark Skin. They need to go after Walrix again. Will he end up throwing the game? We see Tree of Life. And Looney should be able to easily heal through this with Tree of Life and Trinket, which means XRB to the moon are just going to mount more and more momentum.
Yeah, they need to be able to top off Warlock, though. Dizio taking some good counter pressure. Relza responds with the pain suppression, but he's into the fear. Stun on Flappers. He needs to keep himself alive as he goes to 5% HP. Trying to kite away. Relza doing everything he can to keep him alive, but runs out of steam, runs out of heals. XRB to the moon. 3-1 over Reform.
And this is one of the times where it's like XRB, we're starting to see them do XRB things again.
I think that they have kind of gotten a little bit used to the aggression of Reformed, and also there was some defensive overlaps right there. Relza is going to be using his pain suppression onto Dizio. Dizio, of course, sitting in that aspect of the turtle, as you can see right now, and actually it's Flappers who's taking the brunt of the damage. So, I mean, just any...
Now, if Windwalker DK Nation wins, does that make things more confusing or less confusing? Because now we already know that Tempo Storm's in. So that would technically leave more points up for grabs.
I think if Tempo Storm wins against Windwalker DK Nation, Tempo Storm could run the Outlaw, the infamous Pirate, and play against XRB with that. And if they win that matchup, does XRB does not go.
Yeah, what placement does XRB need to beat Reformed? I think they have to beat this next round.
They need 4th place at minimum. Actually, XRB needs